In this video, guys, we shall be taking a look at the newest installment in the Mission Impossible franchise, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. So without further ado, let's get into today's review. Let's get into it. So I thought that this movie did what every other Mission Impossible movie had done previously, apart from 1 to 3. As it was like the copy and paste blueprint of what we've seen in the past few sequels of Mission Impossible. Obviously not some of the bigger moments in the film, those haven't been copied and pasted, but I'm talking about same sort of style, big action sequences, not much of a story. We're talking about not getting the balance right, and I think that this all stems from the beginning of the movie. I think the beginning of the movie really sets the tone for the movie and really doesn't get you hooked into the film as I would have liked to myself. Other people might like that opening, but for me, it didn't draw me in. It didn't draw me closer to the film. It didn't draw me in until really the airport scene, where that really went, okay, I see where this movie's heading now, and I'm really hooked in and intrigued. But before that point, we had the submarine stuff going on, where the submarine blew itself up, but that didn't really do much for me because I didn't know how that linked into the story, and I was hoping I would get a good explanation to how that would happen. Then we got the droning on of the meeting room sort of thing, where Tom Cruise reveals himself as one of them when he takes off his mask. And after that droning on process, that's where we see Tom Cruise be given the task of going down and finding his old friend Eliza Faust, in which to me was not a great start to the film. In my particular opinion, people might have their own, let me know down in the comments down below, but I think that the opening sequence just doesn't draw me in enough, and I think that it took about 20 minutes for the titles to come up, and in that time I was just thinking, okay, I can sort of see where this is heading. I weren't really into the film then. As soon as the airport sequence happened, I was really drawn in. That takes me to my next point. Not everything was terrible though. I did love the action sequences. I think there was some good action sequences in this particular movie, which I expect to see within Mission Impossible. As Mission Impossible is known for its big action sequences, its daredevil stunts, and we saw that in this particular movie, and I loved the airport scenes, I loved the car chase scenes, and I loved the train scene at the end. I think those three scenes as a whole really helped bring this movie together, and I think those action sequences really helped bring this movie to light. Although I'm not a huge fan of the story element in the movie because I don't think it's strong enough, I do feel that the action sequences were spot on and felt that it brought this movie to where it should be in terms of an action movie. It delivered in the action part, but didn't deliver in the story, in my particular opinion. I feel that the way the airport scene worked, it was quite funny, quite comedic, while also being quite a action-packed thrill of getting into the film. This is like your first real action sequence in the film till you get into the car chase. The car chase was absolutely extraordinary. I think that is for me, the car chase just went, that was brilliant. That added the thrill. That added what I wanted to see from Mission Impossible, those car chase scenes. And in a way, I feel that car chase scene felt more like an Indiana Jones scene rather than a Mission Impossible scene. However, both are known for action, so I didn't really care. But when I watched Indiana Jones Style of Destiny, I feel that those car chase scenes could have been copied and pasted into this one, and you wouldn't have known a difference, really, because they were practically identical in that scenario of really action-packed, thrilling car chases, in which is what you want to see from these types of films. I also now want to talk about the train scene, in which was really, really extraordinarily good, and I think the dive off the top when he was on the bike was mint. I think that is the daredevil stunt that we all wanted to see. I think that's the sort of stuff we want to see in Mission Impossible, because those sorts of tasks are the definition of impossible. And I think the train at the end reminded me, the train hanging off the tracks at the end was quite good, and I really enjoyed that thing. Although I do feel that it might have took inspiration from a few things that I've done similar, but that's not a bad thing, as it really added to the drama of the movie. And I feel that the main reference for me when that happened felt like Uncharted 2 playing the video game, as he's crawling through the carriages and stuff like that. And that reminded me a lot of Uncharted 2. But these sorts of things, I don't mind. The action sequences were brilliant, and I don't think they disappointed at all, and they delivered, in which is great to see. On the action sequences, I really enjoyed one of the main participants in the action sequences, Hayley Atwell. She was amazing in this movie. I feel she was good in the serious scenes, she was good in the action sequences. I feel that she and Tom Cruise had perfect chemistry for this movie. And I feel that she might have been the perfect fit for the next few movies. And I think that she brought a different kind of story that we've seen. She was a thief, and they've sort of now recruited her in. There was a bit of untrustability between the two. But no, I feel that Hayley Atwell comes across as such a good, positive energy within this universe, within this franchise of Mission Impossible. And it's something quite different that we really haven't seen, because we've seen women who come in as sort of like Tom Cruise's partners, if you like, and then drift away in the next few films. But no, Hayley Atwell feels like she's here to stay, and feels like she's really up the level of what it takes to be in Mission Impossible. And I feel that in the action sequences she did fantastic. I feel that in the serious moments, I feel at the end of the movie, she was perfect and helped drag this movie during some of the staler moments within the movie. And I feel as soon as she was introduced, she was the star of the show. Moving on then to the death of Isa Faust. I felt that this, people might say, no, you didn't expect that was fresh. No, I sort of expected someone big to get killed in this particular movie. Since it's a part one, you normally trying to build up to watching the second movie, and normally you try killing off a few of the what you would call main or characters that have been in the thread or in Ethan's story for quite a long time, and she's one of those that have stuck around for quite a while. And I did think that it was either between her, Benji, or Luther, in which it was a toss-up between those three. One of those were going to get killed, and to me, I think hers makes the most sense, because they tried killing her off at the beginning of the movie, faking her death, and Ethan said, go hide now, you can like restart your life because you're now dead. Although she joined back in, and that caused her real death, in which made a lot of sense and helped the villain of Gabriel in a big way, as he then felt quite threatful. I also thought the ending gave this film what it needed, and that was a good way to put a stop on this story for now, to put together back again on part two. And it didn't give us a cliffhanger, it didn't give us a sort of blasting ending where we're all going away happy. We're going a happy medium, walking away thinking, wonder what happens in the next movie. But you're not thinking about it like we are with Spider-Verse Fast X, where it leaves it on a cliffhanger of maybe the characters potentially getting killed, in which isn't something that we really want to see, because if the movie's not happening anytime soon, we might end up getting bored of waiting. And this movie just satisfies us for now, in which I like. I think that just helps put a stopper on it, as we saw what the key was for, as it's for a submarine, as Pom's character, Paris, reveals the secret of the key and what it's for, and it's for the submarine. And we also get to see before that a cool action sequence yet again of, like I mentioned earlier, this Uncharted moment of Hayley Atwell and Tom Cruise fighting the way up this falling train and trying to get onto one of the stable carriages, which is actually still on the tracks, in which was quite a cool moment of them thinking, this thrilling moment of thinking one of them could die here. I'd never thought they were going to die, but there was always that prospect of, oh, if they fall, obviously that's it. But I never thought that was going to happen. Finally, then, I thought the actors and actresses did a good job, and some of them did a superb job. Some of them droned on a lot in their scenes. However, they all contributed into making this just a normal Mission Impossible movie. As we saw, likes of Tom Cruise, Hayley Atwell, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, Vanessa Kirby, Esai Morales, Pom Klementieff, Czerny, Shea Whigham, Cary Elwes and Mark Gatiss. So to summarise this Mission Impossible sequel, I feel that it did drone on at times. The beginning weren't the best. I feel that The ending helped bring it back, and so did the action sequences, and so did Hayley Atwell. Hence why I've rated this movie a 6.4 on an average film. So let me know down in the comments down below your thoughts. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it terrible? Is it amazing? Let me know down in the comments down below, please. Also, I've noticed not enough people have been smashing that subscribe button, so hit that subscribe button now. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Thanks.